everyone. I feel like it's time for some more Steely Dan. We haven't done them for quite a while. So we're going to, I think, what is probably my favourite Steely Dan album as he picks it up off the floor. It's Countdown to Ecstasy from 1973. I think this is my favourite album. I think it's their most consistent album. Just every track is a killer. Lots of people don't agree, but there we are. That's what happens. Music makes the world go round. And we're listening to My Old School, which is the standout track from the standout album, as far as I'm concerned. This was the song that hooked me straight away, and it has never let me go. Absolutely fantastic guitar playing from Jeff Skunk Baxter. The song is superb. The story of the song is incredible. Such an interesting, the whole genesis of the song. It's so interesting what actually happened and how Donald puts all his venom and upset into the song, the thing that he wasn't happy with. It's so good. Oh dear. Excuse me. Let's go into it, shall we? Please, hi, welcome, like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're a Steely Dan fan, we've done a few Steely Dan songs, but nowhere near enough. So we need to do more. I have everything just about by Steely Dan, certainly of their heyday period, and I play it quite a lot. But it's always great to hear them again, particularly on headphones. So yeah, like, subscribe, have a look at what we've done so far on all our playlists. But welcome. And to our regulars who are Steely Dan fans, yep, here we go. It's My Old School from Countdown to Ecstasy. Let's go. just got to stop here quickly for the police. um, I just love the song. It is so. It's almost like it's a Stax song. Uh, the horns add so much color and so much vibrancy uh, to a beat that is really, really great, and a guitar sound from Skunk Baxter that is absolutely out of this world. This is one of the great rock songs of 1973, as far as I'm concerned. And Donald Fagen's vocals, the way he sings, I think he finds himself here. I really do. Just love it. Let's carry on. Superb. Absolutely superb. And you just don't want that guitar solo to end, do you? And it feels like it's ended once or twice or three times, and then he carries on again. It's so good. Absolutely one of the great Steely Dan songs. And there are lots of great Steely Dan songs, but one of my favourites. So that's why I'm playing it today. I don't think it's underrated or underappreciated. I think it's been done a few times on YouTube, but I'm over that. I want to just play this lovely song, and the album. Um, of course, the artist who did the album is Dorothy White, who was Donald's girlfriend at the time of this drug bust at Bard College, because that's what the song's all about. And she was with him, and the the college allowed the police. There was some kind of tip off, or in fact, the college had allowed the police to put in a mole in amongst all the students to find out was there anyone selling drugs and what the drug activity was all about. This is in '69, and they allowed the police to do a raid, and 50 or so of the students were all taken down to the police cells, and Donald had his hair cut off. And yeah, apparently the college then arranged for bail for most of the students, but not for Dorothy, for Donald's girlfriend, the artist of the cover. So she had to get bail posted by Donald's father. And Donald said no way. He hated this, and he held the grudge against the college for a long, long time. He refused to go to his graduation, apparently. And yeah, um, California will tumble into the sea. Uh, that's when I'll go back to Annandale. No way am I going back there again. Fantastic stuff. One of the great, I've said it before, haven't I? One of the great Steely Dan songs. It's so good. And this album got to 35 in the US, did nothing in the UK. I think a fair amount of people were confused after Can't Buy a Thrill. Can't Buy a Thrill, they thought they were going to get another kind of West Coasty sounding soft rock album. And this was altogether more edgy and certainly more East Coast, I would imagine. Um, and it had the horns, and it had serious subjects that Donald and Walter were writing about. And yeah, it took people by surprise. They didn't quite know what to make of it. Um, I think that that's what makes it so good, is that it does take a bit of a left turn. The sound, the music is tougher. The playing is top notch, and this, of course, was still at the period where the band were the band. Um, so Denny Diaz and Jeff Baxter were on guitars, but it was just Jeff that did all the solos on this particular song. And of course, Walter was on bass and guitar. Donald was on keyboards and vocals, and Jim Hodder on drums. But I read on Wikipedia that although Donald takes lead vocals on the album track, when they toured the album, Jeff Skunk Baxter did the lead vocals. Now that's a surprise. I certainly, when I saw them for the Pretzel Logic tour, their final tour in London the following year, I didn't see Jeff take any vocals at all. I can't remember it happening anyway. I'm sure all the vocals were done by Donald at his piano. Um, I still have vague memories of that show, and I had a seat reasonably up front. Must have been about 10, 12 rows back. Um, and I remember being quite close to Donald, and he looked so uncomfortable. I remember that. I remember the actual performance and the playing, though, as being incredibly great. I loved it. I was so pleased I went. It was the Rainbow Theatre in London in '74. Yeah, there we are. That's me and Steely Dan. I love Steely Dan to pieces. We haven't played enough on the channel, so we're going to have to play some more songs in the weeks ahead. I hope there are enough people who click on and enjoy the song with me and enjoy the ramblings of an old man. As I asked you before, if you've enjoyed the video, please like it and also subscribe to our channel. We are growing steadily. And you can also have a look at our Patreon. And I'm going to be putting a Steely Dan album on our Patreon channel very soon, a full album review. So keep an eye out for that. There's also Buy Me a Coffee where you can request a reaction if you would like to. I've done one so far. I'd love to do more. So please don't hold back. It's not very expensive. I'll see you tomorrow for our next video, which will be, I think, Friday, won't it? I'm doing a few in advance at the moment because I have visitors coming. So I'm building up a backlog of videos to put out every day. But I think tomorrow's Friday, so it'll be a yes video for the next video. So I look forward to seeing you then. But until then, cheers everybody.